Why is everyone moving to Texas? Uncovering the secrets behind its explosive growth. Texas is experiencing a remarkable resurgence, attracting businesses and residents alike, especially from California. In this video, we'll explore the reasons behind this shift, including economic advantages, lifestyle benefits, and political factors that make Texas the new hotspot for growth and opportunity. Once known as a city of freedom and romance representing America, San Francisco is now on a path to decline due to skyrocketing real estate prices, illegal drug problems, and increasing homelessness. As property prices and the cost of living rise along with the surge in homelessness making security unstable, businesses and tourists are increasingly avoiding San Francisco and moving away. Additionally, it's not just high property and living costs, high taxes also pose a problem. However, this massive exodus is no longer an issue limited to San Francisco. The state of California, where San Francisco is located, is also declining due to the exodus phenomenon. When you think of America, which state comes to mind first? Many of you might think of California or New York. In terms of GDP rankings by state, California is first, and New York is third. California's GDP, in particular, reaches $3.6 trillion, far surpassing the GDP of the United Kingdom and ranking just below Japan and Germany in global GDP. In other words, one state is wealthier than some countries. California, which could once be described with keywords like warm beaches of the Pacific, Silicon Valley, dreams, and opportunities, is now on a path to decline with rising keywords like high housing costs, living expenses, homelessness, and crime. Conversely, there is a place that has revived, surpassing New York's economic scale. Ranking second in population in the United States after California, and forming the second largest economy in America. That place is Texas, where many people and companies leaving California have settled instead. As you know, population is closely linked to economic power. California remains the most populous state in America. As of 2023, California's population was 38.96 million, a sharp decline compared to previous years. Since the 2020s, 720,000 people have left California. As a result, California's seats in the U.S. House of Representatives have been reduced from 53 to 52, a humiliating decrease. Meanwhile, according to the 2023 population estimate report released by the U.S. Census Bureau in December 2023, Texas had the largest absolute population growth in the United States. Currently, Texas's population is about 30.5 million, but it increased by 473,000 in just 1 year from July 2022 to July 2023. Incidentally, Texas was the first state in the U.S. to surpass a population of 30 million, excluding California. As mentioned earlier, many people and businesses from California have relocated to Texas, leading to a decrease in California's population and a steady increase in Texas's population. Furthermore, these 473,000 newcomers are not low education, low-income individuals but top talents from top companies. About 150 companies moved their headquarters to Texas, and more than 50 of them relocated from California. This has resulted in Texas's GDP growth rate, employment rate, and fiscal soundness surpassing the U.S. average, catching up with California, which still holds the top position. Some analysts view the migration to Texas from a political perspective. California is known for its progressive tendencies, while Texas is known for its conservative leanings. Some people analyze that this indicates the end of the progressive era Biden era and the beginning of the conservative era Trump era. Currently, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is a staunch conservative, frequently at odds with the Biden administration's policies. In fact, policies have also significantly influenced California's decline. Now, let's dive into what Texas is like and why it is experiencing such explosive growth. Texas is a state in the southern United States, located between New York in the east and California in the west. For those not very familiar with Texas, it might simply be recognized as the home of cowboys. The typical image of Texas is one of strong sunshine all year round, vast grasslands and ranches, arid land, and white men wearing cowboy hats, with pistols on their hips, riding horses. This image is not entirely incorrect. In fact, Texas is the second largest state in the US after Alaska, being 10% larger than France and about twice as large as Germany or Japan. Before its rapid growth in the 20th century, Texas's economy was maintained by large-scale ranching and cotton farming. Even now, large ranches and farms make up 70% of Texas, and you can easily see cowboys reminiscent of the Wild West era when you visit Texas. However, it is unreasonable to evaluate Texas solely based on this image. Despite its vast area and rural feel in some parts excluding a few major cities, Texas has become a center of the American economy with advanced industries since the mid-20th century. In 1901, the discovery of the Spindletop oil field near Beaumont, Texas, which gave birth to the modern oil industry, marked the beginning of its rapid economic growth. Consequently, many people flocked to Beaumont in search of oil, with Beaumont's population increasing from 10,000 to 50,000 in a year, and land prices doubling in a single day. Additionally, crude oil storage facilities, transportation pipelines, and oil refineries were built in Texas, and the birth of major oil companies like Gulf, Texaco, and Amoco led many Texans to become urban workers between 1900 and 1920. It is said that the number of cities and towns in Texas doubled during this period. After World War II, Texas saw rapid growth in the manufacturing industry. During this period, aerospace, chemical, and electronics industries developed, leading thousands of Texans to migrate from rural areas to cities in search of jobs. Therefore, Texas, which was initially centered around rural economies, made a full shift to an industrial economy. Subsequently, NASA built a space center near Houston, Texas's largest city. This space center became the headquarters overseeing all manned spaceflight programs. In 1969, scientists and engineers at this center directed Apollo 11, which successfully landed astronauts on the moon for the first time. Since then, Texas has achieved urban prosperity through the continuous expansion of advanced industries, such as life sciences, energy, and information technology. From this time, 80% of Texas residents moved to urban areas. In recent years, the phenomenon known as Texit, where high-tech companies founded in California moved their headquarters to Texas, has emerged. In December 2020, Hewlett-Packard Enterprise HPE, which split off from Hewlett-Packard in 2015, announced it would move its headquarters from Silicon Valley to Houston, Texas. Since Hewlett-Packard started its business in a garage in Palo Alto, California in 1938, marking the beginning of Silicon Valley, HPE's headquarters relocation was a symbolic event that garnered significant attention. Following HPE's move, global software company Oracle also announced it would relocate its headquarters to Austin, Texas. This marked the beginning of a tech exodus, with IT companies moving out en masse. Tesla CEO Elon Musk and Dropbox CEO Drew Houston also joined Texit. Additionally, big tech companies like Apple, Alphabet, and Amazon established or expanded their facilities in Texas, making Texas the most resurgent state in the U.S. today. At the end of 2020, CompTIA named Austin and Dallas in Texas as the top tech cities, surpassing Silicon Valley and New York, stating, "Austin has more than 5,500 IT companies and startups concentrated in it. Quality IT jobs here are expected to grow by 16% over the next 5 years." Currently, the most notable area among American companies is Silicon Hills, located in the western suburbs of Austin. Silicon Hills is already home to major IT companies like IBM, Dell, and AMD, which operate large business sites there. So, even though Texas is now the center of America's advanced industries, why are people who left California now choosing Texas? From an individual standpoint, Texas is more livable than California due to housing costs and tax issues. California has the highest average home prices among the 50 states and an income tax rate of up to 14.6%, the highest in the country. On the other hand, Texas has average home prices that are about 70% cheaper than California's. And thanks to abundant natural resources like crude oil and vast lands, various living costs are much lower. Most importantly, Texas does not impose an income tax due to policies that expect the trickle-down effect from the wealthy. In other words, living in Texas rather than California is more beneficial with the same salary. By simply changing the region you live in, you save on living costs and housing prices while paying less in taxes, effectively increasing your annual income. The higher the income, the more the wealthy are moving to Texas. Especially after COVID-19, with the increase in remote work, there is no longer a reason to live and work in California. Big tech companies moving to Texas created many jobs there, leading to a surge in people moving to Texas. Texas is also proactive in fostering the specialized talents companies need. With 25 comprehensive universities across the state, Texas lacks nothing in education. Texas consistently strives to attract businesses and develop new corporate policies, making it advantageous for companies to relocate their headquarters there. Moreover, because Texas has a strong conservative tendency, this is unlikely to change in the future. This means politics and laws minimally intervene with businesses, allowing for stable operations. Among the 50 states, Texas has the lowest corporate tax rates. Aiming to attract more businesses and revitalize the local economy, Texas imposes only a maximum 1% business tax instead of state corporate taxes. In 2021, Ed Curtis, CEO of Texas, a consulting firm based in Texas, said, "Unlike California, businesses in Texas rarely face regulatory issues." So, what is the current situation in Texas after the Texit boom? Texas now surpasses the economic power of Australia and Canada. The influx of wealthy individuals has also spurred industries catering to the affluent, with advanced medicine being the most popular. The Texas Medical Center is the world's largest medical complex, housing comprehensive university hospitals and research institutes that have produced many Nobel Prize winners in medicine. The GDP of this medical center alone exceeds that of most cities. However, as the number of people moving to Texas from other states has surged, housing prices in Texas have increased by 20%. Even with this 20% increase, Texas still has relatively low prices compared to the rest of the U.S. currently. The challenge for Texas is entrepreneurship. Silicon Valley rose to prominence thanks to IT startups. While large companies are relocating to Texas and building factories, this has its limits. For Texas to achieve a second revival and become the top city in America, entrepreneurship is necessary. This has been a discussion about the resurgence of Texas. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Take care and see you in the next video. Goodbye.